Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let me show you how to find and type special hidden characters on your Mac keyboard. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to a great group of supporters. You can go here to read more and find out how to join and get exclusive content. So you probably already know that you could type almost any special character or emoji by holding the Control and Command key and hitting space, and then you get this viewer here and you can browse through it and you can search for things. Also, if you want to type accent marks or character modifications, you can press the key on your keyboard, like the E key, and hold it, and then you'll get various versions of that key. So you could type E with an accent mark, for instance. But there are some characters that some people use a lot and you may not want to bring up the emoji viewer every time you want to use them. For instance, say you want to type degrees. You can type that pretty easily and I'm going to show you how. Also, you can type things like the Apple symbol. So instead of giving you a big list of key combinations to use to type all these different characters, I'm going to show you how to locate these on your own. First step is to go to the Apple menu and to System Preferences. And in System Preferences, go to Keyboard. Then under the Keyboard heading, select Show Keyboard and Emoji Viewers in Menu Bar. Now when I do this, you're going to see an icon appear on the upper right here. I'm going to click it and I'm going to see it appear. Now sometimes it appears as a symbol like this and sometimes it'll appear as a flag. It depends if you have multiple keyboards here, although sometimes it shows up as a flag anyway and will show up as the flag of the current keyboard that you're using. But either way you get the same thing if you click it here and then you get this Show Keyboard Viewer option. And I'm going to select that. Now I get this little keyboard here. And as I type you'll actually see the keys being pressed. But what's better yet is you can hold down a modifier key like the Shift key and the keyboard will change to show you which characters you'll get if you type a key. So for instance, notice the 1, 2, and 3 keys. If I hold down the Shift key, and I'll do that on the real keyboard, you'll see I get exclamation point, @ symbol, and the pound sign on my keyboard. If you're using a different keyboard, say a UK keyboard or Spanish keyboard, then you'll see different things here. And I can also click and hold the Shift key here on the screen. Matter of fact, you can even type here. Now where it gets interesting is when you go to the Option key, which is right here. I'm going to hold it down on my actual physical keyboard and I'll see how these characters change. Now you're going to see a whole bunch of special characters appear. For instance, I can see the pi symbol here. If I release the Option key, I can see that's the P key. Hold it down, I see it's pi. So now if I want to type the pi symbol, I know I can do that with Option P and I get pi. So you could hold the Option key down and look through these characters to see if there's something you use all the time. For instance, if you use the copyright symbol a lot, it might be useful to know that Option G is the copyright symbol. Option R is registered trademark. There are a lot of math symbols here as well. Now not only can you see these here, but also if you hold Option and the Shift key down, you'll see different characters including the Apple symbol. So Shift Option K is the Apple symbol. Shift Option 8 is the degree symbol. And if you hold down the Option key you'll see 0 changes to something that looks like the degree symbol. But I think that's mostly to be used when you want to represent a dollar amount but you want the zeros to be raised, like $8, 800. Also notice that some of these keys are orange and this means that you can use that key and then type a letter. So for instance, here's an accent mark. It's Option E. If I type Option E, you can see the accent mark appears but it's got this highlighted background. Now if I type a letter like E, you could see it puts the E underneath the accent mark. I could do the same thing, Option E, and then type I, and you could see it puts the accent mark above the I. So these are alternative ways to type accent marks. I think today it's easier to simply hold down the key and select what you want, but this method actually predates that one, so people may be used to using those. Now just because you can type these characters doesn't mean the font you're using actually has them represented in the font set. So for instance, special fonts may not have the Apple symbol, may not have the math symbols, may be missing a lot of these things and just stick to the standard letters. But in most cases you can mix and match fonts. So if you need to put the Apple symbol in, and the font you're using doesn't have it, you can switch to a standard font like Helvetica just for that one character to get the Apple symbol there. I publish new tutorials every weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Then hit the little bell icon to get notifications for each new tutorial.